Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I have this look for you right here, which I have filmed with my palette. Okay, so I'm just gonna, what is it called? Get rid of the clickbait right away. Obviously I have not brought out my own palette because, I mean, there's no reason why I couldn't, but I haven't yet. Maybe in a few years time we will see. But I made this palette on BEAUTONOMY's website, so I put my logo on it because I just thought it would look super cool. And this is what it looks like on the inside. I have every single colour in this palette on my eyes, and I can't wait to show you how I created this makeup look and how they performed and everything like that. I do go into detail on like the names of the shades and everything like that as well, but you can kind of see like the overall vibe of the colours that I chose. And yeah, I just think this is such a cool concept. It also comes with a mirror. You can like customize the palette however you want to. This video is not sponsored, but they did kindly send me a gift card, so I did pick out this palette for myself, so it was gifted, but I'm not being paid to talk about it on my channel or anything like that. But yeah, I think this is so cool. It has my logo on it. My logo would go there. Isn't it so cool? I love it. So yeah, I can't wait to show you how I got on with that. And this is the look that I came up with. It turned out to be a super like grungy spotlight eye with like a bold lip, and I am really feeling it. Also sorted my hair out. I've got bangs, got these things. Well, I look very rock and roll. I don't know how to style them yet, so just bear with me. There we go. So yeah, if you would like to see how I got on with my own palette and how I created this grungy, shimmery spotlight eye kind of vibes, then please carry on watching. Before you do, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. Do leave a comment down below. Let me know what content you want from me. Any thoughts, opinions, feelings, as long as they are kind, of course. I'm also thinking of doing a Q&A at some point soon, but I don't know if I'd get enough questions for one. So if you are interested in that, do let me know. And I will be doing it via Instagram, so as in like doing that little questions box, and people can write me a question and I'll answer it in a YouTube video. So do let me know if that's something you'll be interested in, and you can get personal and anything like that, just like honestly like a whole generalized Q&A. Do let me know if you want me to see that. Anyway, without further ado, let's just jump straight into the tutorial with my palette. So cool. Dreams can come true, look at me babe, I'm with you. One day I will have my own actual palette that you can buy though. One day. Anyway, let's continue. So I'm taking my palette right here. One day I will have my own palette, speak it into the universe, that you can buy. But for now I have created this palette on BEAUTONOMY, where you can create your own eyeshadow palette, like choose the colours and the names that go in it. So I'm just going to go through the colours quickly. We are actually going to use all of them that I have picked. I don't actually remember the original names of the shadows. However, if I can find them for you, I will put them all in the description box below in case you want to make your own eyeshadow palette and then name them different names. So just obviously I've put my logo on the front of the palette here. I think that's in focus over there. So yeah, I just put my logo on here, and I decided white just because that's how I have my logo on things. But yeah, I think this is so cool. So the first shade I have down here, I'll start from here. The lightest one is called Fairy, because I'm a fairy. And it's this like shimmery yellow kind of colour, which I think will be really pretty in the inner corner. Then we have Twinkle, which is another shimmer, kind of like a light yellowy gold. Then we have Princess, which did just remind me of like a princess type shade when you're feeling super glam. And it is like that kind of bronzy, shimmery, bits of silver, bits of gold kind of colour. I don't really know how to describe it, but it is gorgeous. And then this one right here, which is my favourite colour in the palette, which is called Gemini. I literally just filmed a video using the Sample Beauty Milky Painters palette, and there's a shade called Gemini in there which is yellow. I'm guessing because Beth Painter, who collaborated, is also a Gemini, and if you're a true Gemini you just really just love the fact that you're a Gemini. So yeah, I just put that in the palette right here. I named it that one. That is a kind of like purple burgundy wine shimmer shade that looks amazing on green eyes. It's like my favourite kind of colour to wear. Usually when I'm not filming, so I've done tons of tutorials with this kind of colour before, but it's like my go-to shade if I really want to make my eyes feel seductive. Then you have this shade right here, which is a black with a little bit of shimmer in it, very subtle. So this would be, I think, more of a satin finish. This is in the shade Astral Project. I thought this was so cool. During lockdown I was listening to loads of like sleep meditation podcasts and things, and like at one point I did think I did Astral Project, so I thought that was a cool experience, so I put that up in there. Then we have iced coffee, because I was obsessed with making iced coffees and this just reminded me of like a rich chocolatey coffee. Then you have Fire, for obvious reasons, this bright orange shade, and then this one right here which is called Peach Snaps, just because I thought it was cute and it's a peach colour. So yeah, that's the palette that I designed. I think this is so cool. This is definitely going to go like on display, even though it's not my own brand. Like anything, it's still cool how like they offer a service where you can design your own palette, and it's actually very affordable. I think this would have cost maybe around £20 to £25. I think this was gifted. They sent me a gift code to create my own palette, and I will link everything down below. This video is not sponsored or anything like that though, but yeah, let's just jump straight into the tutorial. So I've already done my brows. I didn't feel like doing soap brows today, but I filled them in with the Bellapy brow pencil in the shade Chestnut, and then I just put some primer on this eye. I'm going to do this one off camera later. This is the Be Perfect Prime base, just if you wanted to know. So I'm going to start off with the shade Astral Project. So yes, we're going in with the black straight away. I'm going to create a spotlight eye kind of effect. I think that's what I have in my mind. So I'm going to take it on a Peaches Makeup PC38 brush, which is a very small kind of dense pencil brush, but it does have a little bit of movement to it, which is nice. So I'm going to dip into that shade. Okay, we've got a lot of product on the brush. That's always a good sign for me. Tap off the excess once, and I'm just going to start by pushing this in directly right into that inner corner. Okay, that's a good black. Look at that. I'm not taking it too far at all. I'm literally just like dotting it right here. Bring it up a little bit, but not too high, because I am going to be using the other shades to create the kind of spotlight, and I don't want this to be like up to my brow bone kind of look. Okay, that will do. That's as high as I'm going to take it. That's a really good black. Tapping that on. Oh, and the palette does come with a mirror as well. Okay, and then I'm just going to tap that right here on the outer corner. And on the outer corner I want to create a little bit more of like a rounded shape right here. But oh my god, that is a good black shade. So I'm almost creating the outer corner in like a bit of like a C shape, if you can see, just so it's more flattering on my eye, but I'm not taking it too far out, or at least trying not to anyway. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's such a good black, and I have no fallout underneath. I always just do my eyes first, just so I don't have to worry about fallout, but it's good to know which palettes give fallout or not. Next I'm going to take a Morphe M506, and I'm going to take the shade Iced Coffee, which is the chocolatey brown right here, and I'm going to use that to blend out the black. Tapping into that, tapping off the excess, and then I'm just going to kind of push that just above. Ooh, it's a little bit more red on the eye, which is nice, because the next shade that I'm going to be using is that Fire Orange. I'm just going to like push that just there, so like just above the crease a little bit next to the black, working my way in. The main part of the lid will have shimmer on it, so there's no real point putting too much there, but it doesn't matter if it comes down, because a spotlight eye isn't really supposed to be like neat. It's just like a spotlight trickle of shimmer, and it's lighter in the center of the eye. This is a nice shade. That shade, I think, that one, the Iced Coffee, Peach Snaps, and that would be a perfect like quick, sexy, smoky eye. And then the same on this side, just pushing that in. That looks so cool. My logo upside down. I'm then just going to take a teeny little bit of the shadow and blend that on the inner corner, just outside of the black, very lightly, just to diffuse it a little bit, just so there's not like a stark line of black on the inner and the outer corner. Just gonna dip back into Astral Project, the black, and just re-intensify. I'll do this a few times throughout the shades. Now I'm switching to a Morphe M433, which is like a kind of standard blending brush if you were to picture a blending brush. And I'm going to go into Fire, which is the orange right there, just on the tip of the brush. Tap off the excess. That looks quite like pinky neon almost on the brush. And I'm going to place this just here, right at the top. Just kind of buff that in very lightly, like I'm honestly barely touching the skin, but let's add like a little bit of fire, which is just what you want from a shade called Fire, right at the top. Wiggling the brush over, and then of course the same just here to kind of almost meet it in the middle, but I am going to be putting another shade there as well. And then I'm just going to do, am I going to do the same? No, I'm not going to do the same on the inner corner. I want that to still be quite dark. Just going to add a little bit more here and here. Just on the inner like edges, I guess. Then I'm going to take the shade Peach Snaps, which is the peachy pink colour. Going to use this to kind of just diffuse the edges. I'm taking it on an Morphe M562 brush, which is a very skinny blending brush. I have loads of these, they're so good. I'm just going to use this to blend out that kind of very top section of the spotlight eye, just here. And it's not going to be obvious, but it will just help to diffuse that edge a little bit. Lovely. It looks a little bit messy right now, but we will fix that later. I'm also just going to take this on the outer corner just here. Just where it's obvious I need to kind of add a little bit of a transition just to smooth the edge out a bit. Again, nothing crazy because this is very like peachy pink. It's not really too obvious. It's just to smooth that edge out. Okay, I'm just going to emphasize the outer corner a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with the black again, just exactly where we placed it, and then just kind of wiggle my brush around just to blend it in. Then going in with Iced Coffee, that gorgeous like very warm tone chocolate brown, just on the edge of the black. And then, of course, with a touch of fire in your life, just on that kind of very like inner section. I don't want it to be too like red, I'm just literally adding a touch of it. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's a very like smoky blend. So that's like the matte side, and I've used every matte at the top, mostly with like palette review kind of tutorials. I don't obviously get to use all the shades, so I'm glad I figured out a way in my head to use every shade. Okay, we'll see how they go on dry. So I'm gonna start with the shade Gemini, which is my kind of like favorite shade to use. I really hope it is as beautiful as it is in the pan. So I'm going to take that and pop it just on this like inner and outer section, not right towards the edge, but just there. So just leaving a little bit of black to show through. So swipe that in. I don't know if I'm going to need to wet my brush to like make it more metallic looking. I might do it with the lightest shade. Okay, so I've got a decent amount of product on my brush. Okay, that's nice. I've literally just tapped that very lightly, and I'm just going to almost like pull down. Just kind of like tapping that onto the kind of like inner section of the eye, avoiding right directly in the inner corner though. Okay, that's beautiful. I actually feel like I'm better off not wetting the brush because I want the centre to be the most highlighted. Okay, I'm going to do this. I always struggle to do like the outer edges of my eye. My eyes just go like a little bit painful and I'm like looking this way. So smoothing that on the edge, that's so nice. And then I'm just going to tap into the black so it's a little bit more diffused. Bring that up a little bit. I haven't gone back into the shadow. Okay, happy with that. I am going to take the shade Princess, which is this beautiful bronzy, taupey, goldy, silvery colour. It's a bit of a blend, to be honest. I'm going to take that and pop it right next to Gemini. And I'm taking it on a BH Cosmetics No. 9 brush. This one feels a little bit more harder than the shade Gemini, if that makes any sense. But there is a decent amount of product on the brush. Just going to pull that down. This one I might have benefited from wetting the brush actually to pick up the glitter a bit more. Yeah, I'm going to do that. 2 seconds. I'm just going to wet the brush with the MUA fixing spray. It's one spritz will do, I think. go down. Yeah, that's just made it a little bit more glittery. This shadow has a little bit of glitter in it, I think, so it's best to wet the brush or maybe go with your finger, but my nails are too long to apply shadow with my finger and I just prefer using brushes. And I'm just popping that on the outer corner as well, just next to that Gemini shade. And just like with the mattes, I can go in later if I want and just kind of like touch these up. Okay, and then for the main shade, I'm just going to take this Morphe flat shader brush. It's a bit annoying actually how on their brush collections they don't come with numbers, but this is from the Pride brushes for this year, I think, like because of the rainbow crime, I think this is the Pride ones. But it is just like a flat shader brush. It's got a little bit of movement to it though, but it's just because I needed a flat shader brush. I'm just going to spray that with a little bit of fixing spray, and I'm going to take the shade Twinkle to make my eyes twinkle, and it's this one right here, which is like a yellowy, shimmery yellowy kind of colour, and I'm going to put that right down the middle of my eye. I'm actually use the side of the brush, really load that up. Ooh, okay, I'm taking it right down the centre of the lid. I'm just pulling that down, and then once that's kind of on there, I'm just going to start to trickle that into the Princess shade, kind of tapping over the edges. I want a little bit of shimmer just above the crease to almost like make it like look like it's dripping shimmer. I don't know how to explain it, but it just looks pretty. These are one of those looks that do look a little bit messy without all the final touches. So like mascara, lashes, and then you put everything on and you're like, oh, that looks so nice. Okay, I like that. I actually really like this eye look. It does look a little bit mad now, but patience is a virtue. That is gorgeous. I love this so far. I actually feel like I might probably use this palette as my everyday makeup palette when I'm not filming, because obviously it has my logo on it and there's only so many looks I can do with it on my channel. But yeah, so happy with this so far. So I only have one more shade to try, and that's the shade Fairy for the inner corner, but I'm going to quickly do the lower lash line first. So I'm basically just going to copy the kind of shades on the lid, sort of, like more or less. So I'm starting off with the black, so dipping into Astral Project, and I'm just going to pop that into the inner corner, like right underneath that tear duct, rounding that out a little bit. And then the same on the outer corner, which will also help round out the eye where it meets up with the kind of outer edge that we've created. Just that into the lashes. And then of course I'm taking Iced Coffee, that really beautiful, warm, reddy brown. That shade's gorgeous actually, and I'm going to use that to blend out this black just here, and then a little bit underneath, not a lot, but just to add some dimension to this look. Blending that in. We got to add a little bit of fire, so I'm just dipping into fire right here. Just touch, and I'm going to put that right on the inner corner, but I am going to put the shimmer on top as well. This is just a little bit of a base for it, blending at the edges. And then I'm going to take a teeny little bit of that Twinkle, like shimmery yellow colour, and then just kind of look up so it's following the same direction, because I always do that. I put it like here and it's way off, so I'm going to make sure it's following the inner corner, inner line of shimmer down, and I'm just going to do like a few dots there, just kind of pushing that into the middle of the eye. Just add that shimmer back in. I'm really happy with that. This palette's so beaut. I realised that if I do an inner corner highlight it might look a little bit weird, so I think I might put my shimmer shade, like the yellowy one, on the brow bone, because I was going to put it on the inner corner. That was kind of the idea behind me picking this shade for the palette, but I feel like I quite like the smoky inner corner, so I'm just going to pop it on my brow bone using a Morphe M431 pencil brush. I'm just going to kind of, you can see that, like roll the brush down, tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to tilt the brush on the side, then just going to paint like outer edge of my brow bone. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. I've had to put clips in because I've got bangs now. I have little short pieces around the front of my hair and they will get on my face if I don't pin them back. Yeah, that's added like the perfect amount of sheen to the look to kind of finish it off. And to finish off the shadow, I'm just going to dip back into Peach Snaps and just use this to blend between that Fairy brow bone highlight shade and then basically where Fire is. I'm just blending that in. Obsessed. I really like this. Super kind of smoky and sultry, like not perfect or anything like that, and I like it a lot. So now I'm going to pop some liner on. I'm not going to do a wing. I haven't done a wing in ages and I kind of miss it, but I feel like this would be the wrong look to do a wing with, especially because I've got more like rounded lashes to put on. So I'm going to take the Wonder2 Super Stay liquid liner in the shade Black and just do a line along the lash line, just because the band on the lashes I've got are quite thick and it's just going to help to blend it in. Oh my god. So I'm just going to follow the lash line. The lash lift has definitely faded enough now for me to do liner, but it is still a little bit tricky on this eye. Now I'm going to pop in some mascara to my upper lashes. This is the MUA Amplify Statement Lash Mascara. I'm still not going to curl my lashes though. If you are new to like my channel, I had a lash lift and it was just taking ages to fade, and every video I was like, I can't do eye makeup, so I don't need to curl my lashes. So mascara's dried up a little bit, which is kind of a good thing because it's like easier to control. I could actually leave it like that. That would be quite nice just without the lashes, but I am going to pop some lashes on. So I'm going to pop on the Carla, I think it's Carla Cosmetics, but their Instagram is Carla Products, I think. And they sent me these lashes. They are the 3D Faux Mink lashes in the style Divine. They are huge and they're kind of like perfect for a spotlight eye where they're kind of bigger in the centre of the eye. Now these used to be my least favourite type of lash. However, I have started to venture out and I actually think they're really flattering and make my eyes look super like big. So what I tend to do, because I've got quite narrow eyes, is when I trim them, I trim rather than just doing it on the outer corner, I trim a tiny bit on the outer corner and then a tiny bit on the inner corner, so they're still like the same kind of style of lash. So I just thought I would let you know that. I still can't do it on screen, it would just be a mess. So I'm gonna go ahead, pop them on off camera, do the other eye, and we'll be right back to zhuzh through the faces. I don't know. We'll do the face afterwards. See you in a second. Okay, I am back with the lashes on. I actually love them. I think they're really nice. These are actually really easy to put on. They look like they have quite a thick band, but they're really easy to actually apply. So yeah, I've actually done my like shift at home, had dinner and come back, so it's been about 6 hours since I finished the eyes. I've just quickly touched up the lash glue and wet my sponge, so let's do the face and finish this. Look, it's currently 11 o'clock at night, so let's do this. So I'm going to start with my MUA Pro Base Moisturising Primer, and as always with like palette review kind of thing, I'm just going to go through the products fairly quick, but I do really love this. If you're looking for a hydrating base, this is lovely and something that I will buy myself. This was gifted to me, but I definitely will repurchase it because it is so nice. I love this primer. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this on. Foundation of choice is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in the shade Toasted Coconut. I am going to pop this onto the skin using my Morphe blending sponge. Now I'm going to take some concealer. I've been watching a few makeup tutorials recently, and a lot of the people who have been doing their makeup have been doing concealer before cream contour, and I just feel like it looks nicer. I usually do cream contour first and then like clean it up with concealer, but I'm going to try it the other way around today just to be a little bit different. So I'm taking the Shop Miss A 808 Studio Liquid Concealer in the shade Fair Ivory. This is super cheap. It is a American brand though, so if you are outside of the US, just be prepared to pay customs fees, but I'll link my review video for that actually down below. So I'm going to pop some concealer onto my P. Louise mirror brush. It's the largest one out of the set. I quite like this for doing concealer. I think it's too thick personally for cutting the crease, but that's just me. So I'm going to pop this onto my chin, forehead, under the eyes. And then I'm going to blend it out with the same sponge. My skin is like so covered Like, this is so full coverage, this kind of combo. Now I'm going to cream contour with my old school Anastasia Beverly Hills MINK Stick to Flawless Foundation Stick. This is like on its last legs, like that's all I can get out. I love it. I think it's amazing. I've got hair on my nose, so I can't stop myself from itching it. So yeah, I am going to cream contour with this. I'm going to pop it under my cheekbones and around the tops of my forehead. Do you know what? I'm not going to put it around the top of my forehead. I feel like I'm just going to put bronzer there. I'm switching up a little bit today. I'm just going to contour under my cheekbone and a little bit down my nose, I think, as well. And then I'm going to blend it in with my Zoeva 110 Face Shape brush. I'm going to dab that in to start off with, just to kind of warm up the product. Blend that in. Okay, I definitely feel like that's so much better doing contour after. Oh, that's such a good nose contour. I need to repurchase this for sure. Okay, now I'm going to set everything into place. I'm going to take the Nude by Nature translucent setting powder. If you have made it this far throughout the video, do let me know what your favourite setting powder or just like face powder is. Let me know, because I'm kind of on the hunt for them at the moment, like trying to find like really good ones. I do have the Huda Beauty baking one, but I haven't used that and I'm not going to open it until a video that I'm filming soon. But let me know your favourite face powders. I do prefer pressed, but I know they're mostly loose now. But let me know. I'm looking for one. I'm obsessed with this base combo, by the way. I am definitely doing this if I want to feel flawless, because this has made my skin look amazing. And to be honest, I haven't really been like truly happy with my like face routine at the moment, like as in base. I'm just kind of like mixing up the products and stuff for videos. But this is a winner combo. It's like full coverage, beat, flawless, stunning, never been done before. Wild amazingness. Next I'm going to powder contour while we're at it. I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. This is very beat up, as you can tell. I'm going to take the shade, what is this called? I can't really tell, to be honest, because the shades are written funny. I don't know. So that's vanilla, Java. I think this is called Havana, I think, which is this one right here. I can't actually tell, but it's just the colours that come with the palette. I know you can kind of fill them up how you want, but I'm taking this one here just because it's a little bit warmer. And then I'm going to take the vanilla shade. As you can tell, I completely finished up the banana one, but I'm going to take vanilla for setting underneath my eyes. So I'm going to start off with a Morphe M405A angled contour brush and just go into this kind of warm contour shade. I'm just going to pop it on the same place that I put the cream contour. Bring it around the temple a bit as well. Make that cheekbone pop. A little bit under the jaw. It's a bit strong, but I actually really like it. I'm just going to buff that out a little bit with my powder brush. Now I'm going to set under the eyes with the vanilla shade, which is this one right here. A little bit of that on my chin as well. For bronzer, I'm taking the Rimmel Sun Bronze Natural Bronzer. I've got two of these, Sun Glow and Sun Bronze. This is Sun Bronze, and I'm just trying to use them up. I do love this bronzer though. On the hunt for a bronzer as well. Bronzer and a face powder. So yeah, I'm going to pop this all over the face, well, not all over the face. I'm actually going to pop it just around like in that 3 shape. I saw someone on TikTok the other day saying that you shouldn't do the 3 shape because obviously that's not like where you want the hollows to be, but I've done the contouring, now I'm adding the bronzing. So I'm going to do a 3 shape and a little bit across my nose. This is a Sigma F25 tapered face brush. Now I'm going to pop on some blush. This is the MUA Blushed Matte Blush Powder in the shade Rouge Punch. I'm taking a Sigma Spotlight Duster brush to apply it. My camera keeps like stopping recording recently. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, MUA Blush Powder. I'm going to pop it on the tops of my cheeks. Now I'm going to set all of this into place with the MUA Pro Base Fixing Spray. For highlight, I'm going to take the Josh Cosmetics Cream Pressed Highlighter, which looks like this. This is absolutely stunning, and I'm going to pop it on to the tops of my cheekbones and a little bit on my nose. Now I'm going to pop some brow gel through the brows. This is the P. Louise Oh So Beautiful Mochaccino Eyebrow Gel, just to get rid of any sort of powder residue and add the colour back into my brows. Then I'm just going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes. Now I'm moving on to the lips, so I'm actually quite excited for this because I'm going to go for a bit more of a bolder lip than usual. Could go for a nude, but I'm going to go for a bold. I'm going to take the Urban Decay Blackmail Glide On Lip Pencil. These are also safe for eyes apparently, which is amazing. But I'm also going to take the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte in the shade Trophy Wife. And I think this would make a really cool combo and kind of go in with like warm, ready kind of tones with the eyes. I don't know, I think it's going to work, so I'm going to pop this on. I don't know when that stopped recording, but I haven't done like a bold lip line. One for ages, but also two since I've had my lips done, so that was very interesting, especially around the Cupid's bow where it's a lot more fuller, than before, so that was interesting. So now I'm going to pop on the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte in the shade Trophy Wife. I'm kind of using the end of the doe foot to blend it out. I am obsessed with the lip, just going to put that out there. I'm just going to go and sort my hair out because I don't really know how to style like my hair day to day when I have these little sticky bits. I did kind of blow dry them back, but that was 6 hours ago. So I'll be right back just to sort my hair out and discuss. Okay, so I zoomed you out more, hopefully we're in focus, and I'm not going to lie, I feel like bitchy. Do you know what I mean? Like girls or boys, you'll know what I mean when you do your makeup in a certain way and you just feel like very incredibly sassy. This lip colour, don't mess with me. I don't know. I also don't know what to do about my hair. It literally was done as in coloured and cut yesterday. Bear with me while I kind of get used to styling it. Who are you? Is this my ulterior personality coming through? I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm obsessed with this makeup look. And anyway, back to the palette. So yeah, absolutely love the palette, as I'm sure you could tell throughout this video. Has my logo on it. It's dinky, it's cute, has a mirror in it when the mirror is good quality as well. Oh look, you can see my messy desk, and there's my phone and there's my camera. Inception. I couldn't think of what that was called then. Anyway, so yeah, the colours inside, which are obviously the main thing, are absolutely gorgeous. I obviously picked them myself. I didn't design the individual formula myself or anything like that, as much as I wish I would. One day that will happen. I will come out with my own palette. So if I was to bring out like a neutral palette, if that makes any sense, it would be like a similar kind of style to this. You'd have like some really fun shimmers, a bright and like a dark shade and some lighter shades. Like that would be kind of my vibe. And I think an inner corner highlight is so important. I didn't obviously put that on my inner corner today, but I think that's super important. But it was really like fun to design your own palette. It'd also be a really good gift idea. So if you're looking for something for Christmas, this is such a good idea. You could like get one for like your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or your cousin, your dog maybe. I don't know, and then put like all of their names like along here. Like say for example, you could put like I love you, or like I don't know, like a private joke that you have between you or something. That could be quite cute, like as a shade name, or just pick out random colours, and then you can put like a picture of you on it. I don't know, like I just think this is such a cool idea, so definitely go ahead and check them out. I'll leave them in the description box below. The palette was kind of gifted to me, like I was given a voucher to pick out my own palette, like I have mentioned at the beginning of the video, but this video is not sponsored or anything like that. But yeah, I am a massive fan of it. The shadows performed absolutely beautifully, and I love this makeup look. It's like super grungy, sultry, bitchy vibes. I love it. Anyway, yeah, strike a pose. strike a pose. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. As always, if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. If you have made it this far throughout the video, well done. I know nowadays with everything going on, just attention spans are just like next to nothing. Like, to stay like into something you're watching is just crazy. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, and I shall see you next time. Bye. Okay.